weekend starts the new season, April 15th and 16th on Fox, NBC, and FS1. Anthony Davis is refuting reports that there's some friction between him and LeBron James. AD said in a recent interview that he and LeBron have, quote, one of the best relationships, I think, in the NBA, as far as duos or teammates. Shannon, give us some insight. What do you think of all this?
Nothing. I think people have tried to tear your... If people haven't tried to tear your relationship apart, you don't have a relationship. No matter how long you've been together, they're going to say, well, there's infidelity on one side or the other. Yeah. They're going to pair you. If you're a man, you've been with a man. If you're a woman, you've been with a woman. So if they haven't done that, you don't have a relationship. So I'm not surprised that people have tried to come in and try to tear AD and LeBron apart. And it all stems from, I guess, that night when he broke the record, AD wasn't cheering. And so they automatically...
He sat.
He sat.
Yeah.
But, Skip, LeBron has made it abundantly clear. He's really conceded. When they run out the locker room, AD is last. LeBron has always been the last one to run out the locker room. Normally now when they get introduced, although LeBron wasn't introduced, normally AD gets introduced last. Yeah. So he's gone out of his way to be very accommodating. And the one thing that he said, there's no jealousy. You get this conflict. Skip, Kareem and Magic never had conflict. That's why they were able to win 5 championships in 9 years.
Yeah.
Because Magic was like, Cap, what you like? You want it on the left hand, you want it on the right hand. You want it on this block, you want it on that block.
Fact.
It's when players all of a sudden says, it's my team. Or I'm the equivalent of I've been Batman. I no longer want to be Batman. I want to, I'm no longer Robin. I want to be Batman or I want to be Superman. Is when the clashes come. Skip, I don't think Anthony Davis thinks he's a better player than LeBron.
I agree.
And I think...
And unfortunately, that's a problem right now, but go ahead.
That might be. We saw in Cleveland, Kyrie really felt that he had ascended to the level of LeBron.
No doubt.
We saw that with Shaq and Kobe.
Yep.
And sometimes Kobe needed to run his own team. Shaq needed to go his way because Shaq was never going to concede and let Kobe be Kobe.
Nope.
LeBron, but Kyrie wasn't better than LeBron. But he thought that. And most people have a very high, value of themselves, and they should. But I don't, Skip, I don't see it. I don't see it, and if I'm misreading this, but I watch them, Skip. I've been to a lot of games over the last month and a half, and to see the way they interact. And when LeBron was hurt, Skip, when the first person, when AD comes to the bench, where he go? Him and LeBron's offense, they talking.
Always.
They sit next to each other.
They sit next to each other. They choose to.
So, Skip, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe they have a great relationship.
Yeah. I second your emotion. But I don't know why LeBron felt compelled on Saturday morning to respond to this. Because he posted on IG. He addressed his post to a non-believer. And I don't know who the non-believer is. And the line was, we hear all the chatter going on behind our backs, but then they want to smile in our faces when they see us. Is it media people?
He's talking about Pat Bev.
Okay. You think so?
He's talking about Pat Bev, because Pat Bev had a whole lot to say, well, this and that, and this. So, yes.
You think that was directed at Pat Bev?
I don't know. See, I think the thing was, as Pat was saying, like, when he was saying something, is that nobody wanted to listen, but LeBron would come in and say the same thing. But there's a difference. You don't carry the same kind of cachet. Skip, that's LeBron. He's a 4-time champion. He's a 4-time MVP. Of course he's going to carry more weight than you, Pat, even though what you're saying is correct.
Okay. So what did AD say the day after LeBron passed Kareem and they lost at home to the Oklahoma City Thunder? He said, we're losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder, a game we needed, and I was pissed off that we were losing. It's that simple. I buy that. I'm fine with that. It was a foregone conclusion, LeBron, on that night. He did it before 3 quarters were over, right?
36 and 3.
Okay, it was a done deal. Was he happy? Yes, he was ecstatic for him. But I liked that AD said, we're getting our butts kicked by this up-and-coming team. Did they have Shai Gilgeous?
Yeah, he was there that night. He had 30. He had 30 plus too. And that's when they shot him out the gym with the 3 skip. Remember, they couldn't miss from 3.
That seems like every other night. All right. What I have always loved from the start about LeBron and Clutch going to get AD out of New Orleans and bring him to L.A. was it was a perfect fit for LeBron.
Right.
Again, Luka, Kyrie, not a perfect fit because in the end they're the same guy.
Right.
And their egos are both huge as they earn their egos. Okay. AD does not have a huge ego. It's the weirdest thing, and it's part and parcel of why you can't always trust him right now.
Right.
Because he's insecure. He's not sure. He looks in the mirror and he sees a failure some nights. Like, I don't know who I am. Okay. But he fits with LeBron because he is a big to a point guard. And I don't care what you say about LeBron, he's the point guard.
He can get me the ball.
Okay.
Magic could get Kareem the ball.
It's
Kobe
perfect.
could get Shaq the ball.
They were the perfect fit, except Kobe and Shaq had egos that were both enormous.
Yes.
Kareem had more of an AD kind of ego because he was quiet and unassuming and didn't force the issue with Magic.
Right.
It wasn't like, give me the damn ball and get out of my way. He never did that.
No.
But Magic always played up to him. He nicknamed him Cap, as in captain, and always called him Cap. And it was beautiful. And it's why there were the Showtime Lakers, because you had to keep harmony between the stars.
You do.
And it worked perfectly. Because who were the two most talented players? Magic and Kareem, right?
Yes.
James Worthy's in there, and Byron Scott and all that. But in the end,
they had Jamal Wills and Bob.
Okay, you got all that. But in the end, you got these two giants of the game. These are all time. These are top 5 all-time players. You can juggle them how you want in your top 5, but these are 2 of the 5 greatest players ever.
Kareem and Magic,
and it worked. Yes,
absolutely, yes.
It worked because Magic made it work, and Kareem's personality was not attack mode all the time, and his ego was more middle of the road than top of the road, right?
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about New England situation. It worked until what? Coach Belichick wanted.
He said, I got to have it.
I know you keep mentioning this guy. It's me. I drafted the guy. I buy all the groceries. I do all the cooking.
Yep.
I want my credit.
Okay.
And Tom's like, well, Coach, I mean, you getting the credit. I'm just, no. And I believe they could have got another Super Bowl out of it, Skip.
Okay. So, what did I see? To sum this up yesterday, LeBron comes back, and he looks really good to me. But everybody's out of whack because LeBron is now the all-time leading scorer. How do we do this? How do we fit him back in? We just won 3 in a row, a whole different way. Well, the X factor is still his best friend on the team, a soulmate of his named Anthony Davis.
Yes.
Are you all day, or are you always disappointing? Well, in the second half, Vucevic is booted out of the game near the end of the first half. And I'm looking at the numbers. Wait, AD played 17 minutes in the second half and scored 7 points and had 4 rebounds. It's not enough. You're unopposed.
You should do that a quarter.
Okay.
He should have at least 7 points and 4 rebounds a quarter.
Okay.
And end the game with 28 and 16.
Okay, and he had 4 fouls in the second half. I don't know why. But again, you're not focused. You're not locked in.
Right.
I think even LeBron has a hard time pushing AD's correct button.
Right.
He pushed it in the bubble.
Right.
And AD was the best player, slightly better than LeBron in the bubble.
You think so?
I thought he was the MVP. Boy.
AD credits LeBron for a lot of his improvements. Obviously, he's taught me so much about the game and leadership. And Schroeder says it's better than the first time I was here, more vocal. This year, he's doing a great job. I think he learned from LeBron as well. Talking to his teammates, especially on the defensive end, it's a big growth from the first year to this year.
Okay. He's got top 5-ish talent.
Yeah.
Okay, now you just have to come to play. Your motor runs low.
Yeah.
It runs cool. It doesn't run hot.
Giannis scores 15 points a night on just hustle.
Yep.
On just hustle, Skip.
Yes. No. Boy, if I could pour Giannis in that,
he'd really be wilt.
Yeah, he'd be wilt. And that's why Darvin's trying to pump him up to be wilt. He would really be wilt. You're Wilt Davis.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Yeah. In fact, Wilt didn't play that hard to me because he was so gifted.
But, he just averaged 30 and 23 for a career.
I don't know how.
How you average 23
they better
rebounds
get
for a career?
back in lockstep,
Don't you worry about this, Jed. Don't you worry about this. We got this over here.
They're going to live up to your 35 and 40% prediction that the Lakers take the West. All right, we got to go, guys. We're out of time. We got to talk about another dynamic duo in the MVP race, though, not on the same team. You think tonight's Sixers-Nuggets game will finally decide MVP? Let's discuss.